Tariq Hanna is not one of those who knew from childhood that his goal in life was to cook. He kind of took the long way around. It started with the aroma of chocolate. Growing up in Nigeria, he lived near a cocoa roasting plant. After school in England, he moved to the U.S. to become an architect, only to discover a passion for pastries.
His first venture was a popular pastry and catering shop in the Detroit suburbs, and in 2007, he created Sucré, a unique pastry spot in New Orleans. He's won numerous awards, and just last year opened a full-service new American restaurant, Salon by Sucré. Chef Tariq Hanna, good morning. Welcome to The Dish.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Now, normally I start with the main course, but
No.
we have to begin at the end here because this is a very special guest. Food and Wine said this is one of the best eclairs in the world.
Yeah, I was very fortunate that they named my eclair as one of the 10 best in the world, and it was an incredible distinction, incredible honor.
It's beautiful looking and tastes great. What also, I should ask, the rest of what we have in front of us as well.
So what we have is something we're in fall right now, so some of the heartier dishes that we're serving at the restaurant right now is we have a chicken leg confit that we accompany with a lemon caper sauce, roasted mushroom mac and cheese.
It's very good. I just took a bite of that.
Thank you very much. And up front, I have just very simply roasted butternut squash, Brussels sprouts with a bread and butter dressing. And finally, something a little healthier. We have a roasted beet salad with a goat cheese mousse and a walnut granola. And we finish that off with a little bit of champagne vinaigrette.
And this important
And this,
to the menu?
First of all, cheers. Everyone. We have a Sazerac, which is, it's a Sazerac with a D on the end, and this is a little twist on the Sazerac.
So your background is so fascinating to me because you're going to be an architect, is sort of the game plan. And then a college counselor, I guess, asked you what you wanted to do, and that's not exactly the answer that came out.
My brother had said to me, very different schooling system from England. Why don't you go to the local community college, take some liberal art classes? I had to speak to the counselor, and for some reason, I just blurted out hotel restaurant management because that's what I saw in the brochure that they had. He said, well, we have an excellent culinary program here. We have a fantastic restaurant program. So you're going to do a semester of culinary. And I said, I was at cooking school. That was the furthest thing from my mind.
Right.
My first class was Baking 101.
How'd you do?
And I did not do that great. I hated it.
You've made up for it.
And
You did have a brief job at Dunkin' Donuts, though, I understand.
I was fascinated by donuts when I moved to America. I worked at Thomas's Bakery in Walled Lake, Michigan, for a guy by the name of Thomas Keller, but not Thomas Keller that everybody may know. And from there, I went and worked at Dunkin' Donuts because I just wanted to understand the dynamics behind what this American phenomenon was.
Yeah.
And you took these amazing pastries that you were learning how to make, and you go to New Orleans. Why go there, and why take them?
The greatest city on earth.
Yeah.
It's very simply. On September 25th, 2004, I went on a date on a blind date, and 15 minutes into it, she said, how do you feel about New Orleans? I said, I love it. She goes, good, because if not, we're done. 6 months later, she became my wife.
I like someone who knows what they want.
And we went to New Orleans and got married, and the dream was always to open a dessert restaurant or a dessert shop in New Orleans. After Katrina, well, when Katrina happened, that seemed to be a little bit of a distant thought, but it gave us a great opportunity to go down and be part of a great renaissance. So my wife, Jennifer, had convinced me that this was going to be a great idea. And it was just fortuitous timing that I got a phone call from my partner, Joel Dondas, without who I couldn't have done all this, and brought me down there. And after 20 years in Detroit and loving everything about Detroit and not wanting to leave, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And the dream came true.
The dream did come true.
I have a favor to ask, as we always do here. We're going to have you sign our dish, and as you're doing it, who, either with us still or no longer with us, if you could have one meal with, who would it be?
Simple, my mother.
Yeah.
She was the inspiration for all of this. My mother and my father, both incredible cooks. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us, but she was the reason why I chose to do this. And a lot of what I do every day is with her voice in the back of my head, kind of scolding me and saying, it's never good enough, it's never good enough.
This is good enough.
If she could see you. If she could see you
Yeah.
now.
Wonderful stuff. Chef Tariq Hanna, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all very much for having me.
And for more on Tariq Hanna and the dish, head to our website at cbsthismorning.com. Obviously, I really want to take another bite right now.